So just going to give everyone a chance to come online. Make sure you have your MyZones on the app open on your phone. You also need your 2 dumbbells, your kettlebell, a couple of different weights if you have them available. And then you're going to need as well just a little bit of a platform or just something to raise your back foot up for one of the exercises. Obviously we'll take you through that when we get to it. But yeah, so just a little bit of a platform, music, MyZone, 2 dumbbells and your kettlebell. Give everyone another sort of 20 seconds and then we'll get started. Right, let's do it. So, as per normal, obviously we're going to demo for you the warm-up moves to begin, and then we're going to take you through them as we go through. Obviously, Seb's going to work with you today. First move, guys. So you've got 3 different moves. Each one's going to be for 8 reps for 2 sets. First one's going to be your outside steppers, which you always do normally, and then an arm raise. You're going to alternate sides. It's 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Once you've completed that there, you're going to drop down to one knee and you're going to go for a knee in hip flexor stretch. So dropping down to one knee, back knee's going to be on the floor, and then you're just going to drive the hips forward. You should be able to feel that all down through that leg. Do 5 to 10 seconds on each side, depending on how tight your muscles are. Do it for a little bit longer if you need to. And then you're going to switch sides again, 4 on the right, 4 on the left. Final move then, you can go into a deep squat, so you sit down as low as you can. Heels flat on the floor, you're going to get your fingertips underneath your toes and you're going to raise your hips up into the air. Should be able to feel that all down the backs of the hamstrings there. And then hold for again 5 to 10 seconds, sinking back down to that squat. And then going again for your 8 reps. So it's 8 outside steppers to arm raise, 8 knee and hip flexor stretches, again 4 on the right, 4 on the left, and then your deep squat to hip raise. Down to up is 1, down and up is 2, so on and so on. Right, let's just get out to that high plank position. We're going to begin with our outside step hip raise. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So as I say guys, hold for 5 to 10 seconds on each side and then you're going to switch sides. If your muscles are a little bit tighter, you can hold on for that little bit longer. Also, apologies as well, guys. I understand on the timetable on the app it does say upper body. That's meant to say lower body. So today is your lower body workout. Don't run off now you've heard that and quit the video. Stick with it, guys. Just still get the workout in. As I say, for those of you that thought it was upper body, unfortunately it is lower body. Just didn't change it on the app. Then onto the second move now, our knee and hip flexor stretch. When you're in this position, just move the front foot forward to begin and try and sink the hips all the way down into the floor, your back knee on the floor. Good. Keep driving them hips forward. Should be able to feel that all down the insides of the thighs there. Keep going. Sorry about that, guys. Like I say, I think we're just having a few problems with the Wi-Fi this morning. So we're hoping, because it's early, not many people are going to be on it, so it should work fine. Still continuing the warm-up. We're on our deep squat to hip raise now. Our 5 reps, again, just holding 5 to 10 seconds at each part of the move. As I said previously, if your muscles are tighter, just hold for that little bit longer. stick with it, guys. Try and have the workout next to you. If you can, then you're able to follow it on in case we get interrupted again.
I've got one more upstairs.
Good, and that's our 8 reps complete, guys. Give your legs a little bit of a shake out, then what we're going to do, we're going to move back round to the start again. This time we're just going to move through it a little bit quicker. Now you should be a little bit more loosened up. So hold in for maximum 5 seconds on each side. 3 to 5 seconds will do ya. Once you've completed your 8 outside steppers with your arm raised, you're then going to get onto your knee and hip flexor stretch. Again, 5 seconds on one side, switch sides, and then go 5 seconds on the second. Good. Final move now, back onto this deep squat to hip raise. Sinking down as low as you can. You probably really will feel this in the backs of the hamstrings, guys. I mean, if I do, I can only get to there before it starts to hurt. So if that's as high as you can go, just go to there. Try not to work through it too much to get your ass right up into the air with straight legs. Just go as high as you can. Good.
Six.
Last 2. Right, perfect, guys. That's our warm up done. Obviously, no ramp today. What we do now is going to take you through your workout. Today you have 2 different lower body sets. Obviously, again, all targeting the lower body, including the quads, hamstrings, calves, everything else as well, guys. Working on a bit of stability as well. So, all the sets that you do are going to be completed as 4 sets, 2 sets of 8 reps, 2 sets of 6 reps for both parts of the workout. And then there's, same as previous couple of weeks, there's always going to be like a hold in there as well. So for instance, your first one is a prison squat hold for 30 seconds, but we'll get onto that as we go through. So your moves are as follows. You're going to begin with 2 lots of 8 on each move. Anything a single arm, you do half either side. So we've got single arm squat clean. So as you clean up, as soon as it reaches your shoulder, you have to land straight into that squat and back down to the floor. And then repeat. Like I say, you can go all 4 on the right and all 4 on the left, or 3 and 3, however you're doing it. Second move is going to be your single arm thrusters. So for this one, if you've got a dumbbell and your dumbbell is a little bit light, you want to work with that instead, you can do. But one hand is going to hold the weight up by the shoulder. You sink down all the way into that squat, try and keep your hips as square as possible, and then you're going to power straight up above your head, locking out the elbow at the top. Again, half reps either side. Final move then is going to be a kettlebell Romanian deadlift. So for this one, you're going to bring the feet about shoulder apart, slight bend in the knees, and you're just angling forward at the hips, turning your hips back every time, almost like you're trying to stick your bow out. Chin forward, and then back up. Those are your 3 moves, guys. Once you've completed all 3 of them moves, your set reps, you're then going to get into a prison squat hold. Hands are going to go behind the head, and you sink down low into a squat, and then hold there for 30 seconds.
Oh god, 30 seconds of pure joy, everyone. Can't wait.
So guys, those are your moves for this morning's first workout. As I say, it's 2 sets of 6, 4 either side on the half rep, on the single arm stuff, and then 2 sets of 6 reps. Make sure you're doing your hold after each full set. I'm gonna time Sam. Obviously, if you're working to our time, keep to that. If you're gonna time yourself, feel free to carry on, guys. So 10 seconds, and we're gonna get started. Right, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Then squat cleans first. So as soon as you clean up, as soon as that hand holding the kettlebell reaches the shoulder, you need to be sinking straight down into that squat, standing back up, and then going again. 4 on the right, 4 on the left.
That was so cool.
Good. Snapping up as fast as you can. And sinking down as soon as that kettlebell lands to the shoulder. Single arm thrust is our second move. Keeping the weight by the shoulder, you're going to sink down into that squat as soon as you drive up through the heels, drive up, straighten the arm up above you as well. And again, it's going to be 4 either side or 3 either side, depending on which set you're on. So there's no time for this, guys. There's no time cap like there normally is in our workouts. Obviously, we keep that more for AMRAPs, EMOMs, all that sort of stuff. But today, what you want to work through, the first set should take you anywhere between sort of 12 and a half to 15 minutes. If you're getting through it in about 10 minutes, you probably just want to slow the moves down that little bit more. Just keep working through it at your own pace. There's tempo on the whole on each exercise. So anytime you see the bigger number, that's when you're relaxing or moving with gravity. So you're going back down to the floor. Anytime you see a smaller number, so 1 second here and there, 2 seconds, that's when you're going against gravity. That's when you want to power up as fast as you can.
Right, now just squat hold, yeah?
Yeah, so
Good
now
time for
once,
me.
yeah, now once Sab's complete that set, we're now going to get onto the squat hold in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 30 seconds though, you're just going to hold that position there. By the time you get out of it, legs should be burning.
It's actually even worse with your hands above your head. Huh? I just don't, my legs really hurt.
Sink as low as you can, guys.
Ah!
10 seconds. What are you doing?
It really hurts. Don't mock me.
Get down. You're not done yet. Hey. We'll add on the time if she's still up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Once you've completed that set there, then obviously we're going to get back round to the start.
Squat clean.
Again, keeping it 8 reps for the second set. And then once you've completed your second prisoner squat hold, then you're going to go on to your 6 rep set as well. Good, just keep working through your own pace. Rest when you need to as well, guys. Ideally, obviously, if you have the time, if you're going to do this as a pre-recorded video later on, or you're not doing it live, you're just going to do it when it goes up on the website, then you can allow yourself that little bit more rest. Strength work, you should be resting for about a minute after each full set, a minute to 2 minutes depending on what you're doing and how much of it you're doing. But obviously, due to time constraints, trying to fit the session in the allotted time, we're just going to move through that a little bit quicker.
Please, can I do a wall sit?
So guys, sink that low into that squat.
The bun's right in the way. Ready? Steady, go.
Try and just sink that weight through the heels as much as you can. Just keep holding.
Jesus.
15 seconds. It's going to be harder than the wall sit last 2 weeks ago. Just keep going, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up there.
Sixes.
Good, so that's our 2 sets at 8 complete. What we're going to move on to now is our 2 sets at 6 reps. It's still the same moves again. This time when you get to the single arm start, this side's just going to be 3 reps either side. Keep working on it. As soon as you're catching that kettlebell, you want to be sinking straight back down to that squat. You don't want to be taking any rest in between. Good. Single arm thrusters is our second move.
Two.
Yeah, 3 on the right, 3 on the left. So obviously we're not going through our 2 sets of 4 as well, guys. We're going to move through it a little bit quickly, unlike the past couple of weeks where at the time we start to push on. So just 2 sets at 8, 2 sets at 6. If you do it in your own time and you prefer the 2 sets of 4 as well, then you can do that.
Ready? Oh yeah.
And you can add that in at your own, into your own time as well. Like I say, just making sure your rest is sufficient enough. Obviously strength work, a lot of you have got heavy weight, so you are going to be pushing the weight. So just take that a little bit longer, sort of anywhere between 1 minute to 2 minutes rest max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
Right, go.
Oh.
Good, so our third 30-second hold now.
My favourite kind of sit is called a chair sit. It's very old school. It involves actually having a chair underneath you. It's the best kind.
Good, 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1 time.
Lordy.
So give your legs a little bit of a shake out, grab yourself a drink. You can rest obviously as and when you need to. You're not under any time pressure here, guys. You just keep going through until you've fully completed it. On to our second set of 6 now. It's our final set before we're going to change up the exercises and move on. Good. 3 thrusters either side. As best you can, work that single arm. If you really do struggle, you have to go to 1 dumbbell and 1 kettlebell at the chest and repeat the same move, then you can do, but try and avoid it as much as you can. Working on single arm only.
3.
Good. 3. Good. And 6. Perfect. So, as you see on the workout, guys, if you've seen it go up in the bulletin, it does say in brackets then 4S equals 60 seconds, which means that your fourth and final set, obviously for your squat hold, it's gonna be 60 seconds instead of the 30.
I've been conned.
So I'll give you two options for this, guys. If you really do want to do a wall sit for 60 seconds, then you can go to the wall sit. If you're feeling tough, unlike Saturday, then you can go for the squat hold. Alright, so it's entirely up to you. It's still going to be 60 seconds. You've got two options, either a wall sit or you can do the same prisoner squat hold we've just done so far.
So what? Okay.
Right, guys, your 60 seconds starts
Like
in
a sprinter.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try with your ankles directly underneath your knees. This is a 60-second
I'm
wall
already
sit.
struggling.
60-second wall sit or a 60-second prisoner squat hold. The choice is yours. Put your hands across your chest.
Oh.
Ankles directly underneath your knees. Pull everything in. Try and drag your heels into the floor so they're planted in nice and sturdy. It's going to engage your muscles that little bit more. You will feel it. Come on.
I'm going back into it. I just needed a second.
Less than 30 seconds to go. 20 seconds.
What?
15.
15. I'm shaking.
10
Ah! That really hurts. I'm really shaking.
3, 2, and 1. Time.
Oh.
Noises are optional, guys. If you want to moan, you can moan.
Sorry, that really hurt.
Right, so rest there. Just shake the legs out. That's your first lower body set completed. What we're going to do now is move on to the second lower body set. Whilst you guys are rested, we're just going to take you through the next lot of exercises. This is where you need something just to prop your back foot up a little bit, so it's going to be elevated when it comes to it. So, yeah, we've got a little step. It's up to you what you want to use, guys. So, to begin with, we're going to work with 2 dumbbells for this one, and you're going to go to front rack squats to begin. So if you can hold both of them by the shoulders, great. If you really do struggle, then you can go to one, or you can work the kettlebell instead, but try and have both up by the shoulders. Sinking down low into a squat, again, this tempo that we talked about before. 3 to 5 seconds down. 1, 2, 3, elbow to knee, and power and back up. Second move then, you're going to grab your 2 dumbbells, you're going to go down by your sides. This one's going to take a little bit more coordination, just get yourself set. So try with your feet a little bit more staggered, so you're going to be that little bit more balanced. You're going to raise the back foot up, so it's going to rest on the platform or whatever you're using, couch, chair, and then you're going to lower the weight backwards and down. So you don't want your knees to go too far over your toe, just lower that weight backwards and down and back up. Keeping the back foot elevated the whole time, working 4 reps or 3 reps each side. Final move then is going to be your alternating reverse lunges. So these are slightly different, where you're going to get more range of motion with the back foot elevated. For this one, it's just your standard lunges. Get that back knee all the way down to the floor and standing back up. So those are your 3 moves. Your final bit then, when we come to the hold, you're going to go back to that prisoner position with your your hands in the back of your head, and you're going to step out into a lunge and just hover the back knee off the floor like so. And then you're just going to hold that there, pulling everything in tight. You're going to go for 30 seconds on each leg.
Every time?
Every time.
Okay.
Perfect. So it's going to be your front rack squats to begin. Then you're going to go to your single leg elevated split lunge. Then your alternating reverse lunge, followed then by your lunge hold, guys. So plenty of lunges in there as well to burn the legs.
Front back squats, can I do kettlebell, did you say?
Yeah, guys. Also, yeah, as I said previously, you can go to for the front rack squat, you can go for a kettlebell instead if you struggle with 2 dumbbells, but the choice is yours. Right, we're ready to go. 10 seconds, and then we're going to get started. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. So 8 squats to begin. Second move here, guys. Now we're onto our elevated split lunge. This one you'll really feel the pull in whichever leg is moved further back. You want to carry on driving that pressure up through the front heel. Then we're going to get onto our alternating lunges where our back knee's going to go all the way down to the floor. Lunges obviously target more your hamstrings. That split lunge is going to focus more on the quads. It's almost split lunge, split squat. Good, and then when we come to our hold now, guys, 30 seconds on either leg, you're going to drop out into that lunge position, hovering the back knee off the floor.
Ready?
Pulling everything in together. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So when you're in this position here, you want to pull your front toes forward and your front heel backwards and your back toes forward, so you're trying to meet in the middle. Obviously your feet shouldn't move anywhere, but it's just in that engagement and consciously making the muscles work that little bit harder. Drop that knee down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, and you go straight into 30 seconds on the second side.
Ready?
Yeah. Pull it in as much as you can. Again, back toes pulling forward, front heel pulling backwards. Keep holding. 10 seconds. Come on.
Wait.
No.
My legs don't want to go. I'm trying to. My mind's telling me no. But it's the other way around.
3, 2, 1, and time. Good. So that is the first set at 8 complete. Give yourself a quick rest, stretch the legs out, and then you're going to get onto your second set of 8 now.
Let's do this. 8.
Remember, 2 options for the first one. You can either go double dumbbells up by the shoulders for that front rack squat, or you can go more to a goblet squat if you're going to struggle, if your weight's quite heavy. Good. Second move now, we're going to get onto our
Okay, sorry.
elevated
I got confused.
split squat or split lunge. So resting that back foot a little bit elevated up off the floor. Hasn't got to be a massive height. Obviously you will see some people doing it on a chair, on a couch, whatever else. Hasn't got to be that high, guys. As long as that back foot is elevated, even at half a foot off the floor, it's going to make a difference. Good. Then moving towards our lunges now. Good. On your lunges, try and keep your heels pressed into the floor as best you can. Now once our 3 moves are complete, we're now going to come back to our lunge hold again. So guys, you know the score by now. Hold it out there in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Just keep holding, keep working.
Oh, my knee hurts.
3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Second side now. Good. So once this 30 second hold is up, guys, we're going to move on to our third set. This time beginning our 2 sets at 6 reps. 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time. Give your legs a good shake out. Now moving on to our final 2 sets, which are both going to be carried out at 6 reps. And then don't forget, guys, we've got to finish it as well. to our 6 reps now, last one.
This is my first set of 3.
First set, 6.
Huh?
First set, 6.
Yeah, that's it. Like 3 each side.
Yeah. Good. Raising that back foot up. When you're in this split squat position, split lunge position, whatever you want to call it, you want to be looking directly down at your toes, and then as you lower down, that weight is just going to go down through that back leg. So we're driving this side down. We're not going forward. We're just going to go down in that position and then back up, bringing the feet together again. So try not to have too much forward momentum through this move. Onto our third prisoner lunge hold. Remember 30 seconds either side for this one. Just holding that position. For this you need to try and pull everything in together as well, guys. Pull your belly back in towards your spine.
Oh my God.
Front heel in, back toes in, and change. Switching to our second side now. If you're doing this properly, guys, you should be able to feel it. You'll know when you're doing it right, when you're doing it wrong. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake the legs out. So then we've got one more set of 6 reps. And then we're going to get onto our finish. Really good work so far, guys. We've got 10 minutes left on the clock, so let's just try to keep this momentum. Our final set and our second at 6 reps. Just keep working on that tempo, nice and steady. The tempo's on each and every exercise on the workouts we send out, the templates. So just try and follow them for the best indication. If you do have any questions when it comes to strength work or there's anything you're unsure about, you can always message me on WhatsApp. And then I can just explain it to you a little bit better as well. So onto our split squat. For this one as well, try and keep your heel pressed into the floor the whole time. That's where you want to be moving from. You don't want to be pressing from your toes, because then all that weight's going to shoot forward through that knee joint. Whereas if we're pressing through the heel, it's just going to take the weight out of the knee that little bit more. Good, so give yourself a second, just let your legs recover before we get into this lunge hold now. Try and be as close to the floor without touching it now as you can, and make sure this is the final part we're going to do on this, so make sure you're pulling everything in together, nothing's too relaxed. So you're digging that front heel into the floor and you're pulling these back toes in towards you, so your centre of gravity underneath you, that's the point that you want to be trying to bring all together. Alright.
Ready?
Yep. And let's go. Final hold now.
Huh?
10 seconds.
Left.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Second side now, try to get straight into it.
Ready?
Yeah. And we're pulling everything in to meet in that one single point underneath you. Cool. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time.
It's like my knees are on fire.
Just shake the legs out there, guys. Quads should be burning, hamstrings should be burning, you should be feeling absolutely everywhere now. You need a good stretch out after this as well, guys. I would recommend just repeating the same stretch as we did at the start, just for that little bit longer when we come to it. So, final bit now, we're on to our finisher. This is for time, and it is working in a ladder format. So you're going to begin at 12 reps on each move, then 10 reps, 8 reps, 6 reps, and 4 reps, making sure you are completing all the exercises at 4 reps as well. It's all body weight stuff, so you don't need any weights. You can throw you can put your weights to one side now. It's all body weight. It's 5 sets, 12 reps, 10 reps, 8 reps, 6 reps, 4 reps. And also, guys, it is for time. So make sure you're timing yourself if you don't want a stopwatch, iPhone, whatever. Make sure you have something to time yourself. And what I want you to do, as always with my classes, just drop us a comment. I'll put in Sab's time. Drop us a comment with your time below, or if you don't want to let us know, that's fine. Just make a note of it yourself when you come to do it again. The other thing you need to know, guys, is obviously many of you who have done the lower body class, not last week, the week before, have already done this finisher, so you've already got a time for this. What I want you to do is don't worry about your time previously, just do it today, work as hard as you can, push as hard as you can, and see if you can beat your time from before. It's going to be that little bit harder not knowing what you've done before, but just use that as an incentive to know that you've got to push that little bit harder and work that little bit more. So your moves are as follows. Your squat jumps to begin, guys. Any jump in motion, you can just take out the jump. Jumping lunges for the second one. Lower down and switching the feet. If you don't want to jump again, that's fine, you can just step. Third one is squat thrusters. So you'll be out in the high plank position, jumping the feet in and out together. Fourth move is going to be your tuck jumps.
I don't know what happens, I always make that involuntary sound.
And then final one's going to be spider lunges or outside steppers with a jump, whatever you want to call it. Just set that foot up and you're just going to jump the feet alternating sides. Some moves you're going to move through quicker than others, so push ahead on them ones, and then just try to slow it down on the ones that are going to be that little bit slower. Right, guys, this is for time. You've got 15 seconds, and then we're going to start as fast as you can for this last bit. Huh? In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm timing this out. Time yourself at home. Whether you do it with stopwatch, phone, whatever. And then drop us a comment with your time if you want to below. Work as quickly as you can through all these exercises. Just to recap, it's your squat jumps to begin. Jumping lunges is second. Obviously don't jump if you don't want to jump. Third is going to be your squat thrusters. Fourth is going to be your tuck jumps, and then fifth is going to be your spider lunges, obviously jumping side to side. 12 reps on each move, then to 10, then to 8, then to 6, then to 4. You still have to complete the set of 4 reps as well. You're not just going down to that, you have to complete that set as well.
And do squats.
Yeah, so that's an alternative, guys. Obviously you got squat jumps at the start, but then if you want to do air squats instead of doing tuck jumps because your knees, hips, whatever it is, then that's fine. Just make a note of that, so if you come to be repeating this again, you can repeat under the same conditions that you did previously. Yes, that's our first set of 12 reps complete. That's a minute 30 on the clock. Get stuck straight into your second one. This time you're going to be on to 10 reps for each move. We're going to try and keep consistent as possible, guys. So just take you a minute and a half for the 12 rep set. You want to be about a minute and a half, obviously taking into account fatigue, everything else for the second set. Obviously you should be slightly under that, but allow that little margin for getting obviously that bit more tired as you go through.
Can you fix my music, please?
you go, guys. Keep working. Still on 10 rep set now. Don't know why I stopped.
Huh?
Don't know why I stopped.
Okay, don't worry.
Good, keep pushing.
No problems.
One, two. You're on 8 now.
Hey.
8 now. So we're on to our 8 rep set. Just keep working, work to your own pace, slow down when you need to. Obviously, just bear in mind it's going to eat into your time as you go through. So it's currently at 3.5 minutes. Coming up to 8:45 now, guys. Obviously, we're going to start getting towards the end of the session. If you do need to shoot, you can go. Obviously, I understand some of you working from home, but if you can try and knock it out, just push to the end, speed up. Obviously, you get through it quicker. Good. We're moving on to our 6 rep set now. Our squat jumps to begin. Plenty of red zone up there. 440 through. So 6.
Yeah, I'm on 4.
So starting our 4 rep set now. Make sure you're dropping us a comment with your time below as well. Let's know you're getting on 5 minutes in now. Final move.
Done.
And done. Good.
That wasn't pleasant.
Really good work, guys. Obviously, I hope you all enjoyed that. Like I say, drop us a comment with your time below and how long it took you to complete the finisher, whether you're doing it live or doing it pre-recorded later on, however you want to do it. So, hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, make sure you're stretching afterwards. You can repeat the same stretches that we did at the start, which would probably be best for you. Obviously, targeting the lower body, or you can go through and do some of the deep stretch videos that we've posted on the Facebook page beforehand. JDK 1000 is this weekend. Again, it's 6 coaches, so make sure you book onto that. That's going to be quite good. And then also, guys, games. A couple of notes on the games. Obviously, a few people have said that they're not interested in doing it, or they don't feel they can do it because it's too competitive, whatever else. We understand that we've probably been our own worst enemies in creating the competitive clients we have done. But still get involved. So there's 3 ways to look at it. 1, you can look at it as like competition, like games, and try and beat other people. 2, you can look at it as, you know, just challenging yourself, trying to beat your time and see how you're faring in these workouts. And then you can also look at it as just another workout to do. You know, it hasn't got to be a games, it hasn't got to be an event. Just give it a go, guys, and see how you get on. But yeah, so you know, it's free, it's open to everyone. Get your family and friends involved. You know, you can share the workouts with everyone else, and then just get them to join the Facebook page. And if they're interested in competing, or they want to know how they're faring against other people, then yeah, get them to drop their results in on the Facebook page. But don't treat it like too much of a competition. You're your own biggest competition. So yeah, that's all we can really say on that, guys. But yeah, any other questions or problems or anything you guys want to know, feel free to contact myself directly, or you can contact any one of the other coaches. But yeah, have a good day, guys. Have a good rest of your week. See you later.